good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's me again, Jen. Hello. And it is Tuesday. It is the 16th of February, and we are reading from the Tarot of the Divine, which is a lot of fun because it is full of myths and deities and legends and folklore from all over the globe. And I confess that some of them are total news to me. So it's been exciting, and I appreciate that my dear friend and tarot student Taylor lent these cards to me for the month. And I am deeply thinking of adding these to my collection and getting a set of my own. And let's see, without further ado, let's see what card we have because they're starting to jump out. So it is Tuesday. Let's see what we got. Oh, a good one for a Tuesday. All right, a good one just for any time. The King of Wands. And I'm totally going to guess at this, but that looks very phoenix-ish to me as the bird is kind of on fire. I could be wrong, but we'll check it out shortly. First, let's talk the usual King of Wands. Kings, of course, can be archetypes of individuals. They can represent a person in a reading. They don't always have to, though, because kind of to some degree they represent the ideal of this type of person rather than the actual identity of a person. Also, I always kind of try to note that king, queen, things like that, it's the energy that is masculine and feminine, not necessarily the individual you're talking about. So you can have a king energy in a woman who is very driven, very focused, very strong, assertive person is definitely that king type energy. Does not have to be a guy, although more times than not, it will be. Kings are usually indicative of a person who is older, though, so that I will say is usually pretty common. You may once in a while get a king card that comes up for a teenager or a youth who is really sure of themselves and really knows who they are already, but it's pretty rare that it is about anybody under the age of, let's say, 30 as a ballpark. And wands are, of course, they are fire energy, so they can be, astrologically speaking, fire signs, but also they can be people who are just very passionate, very fiery, and very creative, because wands are the creative suit. It is not always intellectual, they are the idea people, but the ideas are not always based in like hard facts and proven theories. They're kind of experimenters, and which makes them a little more artsy than scientific, but not always. Leaning into the art side of this, I would say that if the King of Wands comes up and you're talking more about the ideal of it rather than an individual, this is that energy of creation and kind of bringing something up after you've already tried everything else and now it's finally working and now you've finally got the groove for it. So I like the idea that the phoenix is representative of this because to me, the phoenix kind of comes out of the ashes, but also the phoenix, when it's rising, feels like that epiphany moment. So when you think of the eureka moment, the epiphany, that moment when your art comes together, you just know, yes, that is exactly what I was trying to do. I've got it. I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what this is. That's that feeling of the phoenix as well. It doesn't matter really what made the phoenix fall into ashes. Life can be hard, and the phoenix usually is just at the end of its life, at the end of a very hard life, it crumbles to ashes and is reborn, so to speak. So with this, I really feel like this is the moment that it is the King of Wands. The phoenix is just now lighting up and burning, just now feeling that fire, that energy, that passion, that push. Now, that said, on the flip side, this is also being consumed by that passion. So, somebody who is a King of Wands energy and is really gone too far with it, maybe becomes obsessive with ideas, won't let go of things, thinks that they're kind of always right and won't listen to other people's ideas and input. But again, it's that obsession side of it. So we've all kind of been there. So if this comes up in a reading, I see this as more of a moment or that ideal rather than an all the time kind of thing. Which is why I also like that it's a phoenix, because that burning moment where everything is not so great for the phoenix and they're set on fire and then they're about to turn to ashes, it's fleeting. It isn't the whole time that the phoenix exists. It's this last final burst of energy, and that's what kind of takes it down. Of course, I keep talking about that it's the phoenix, and I haven't even looked yet to see. So let's see if I'm totally wrong on this, and then I sound like I'm talking about craziness. Let's see. All right, I'm not wrong. Okay, good. Happens every once in a while. It is the East Asian mythology of the phoenix, actually, which I did not realize that the phoenix was East Asian, but it does say that it spans many cultures, but in all of them, the firebird represents nobility, rebirth, strength, and loyalty. So, yeah, all of these really super positive things, and definitely a king type energy. I'm really loving this, and it is a beautiful card. The phoenix itself kind of looks like it may be more representative of a peacock, other than the fact that it's on fire, but which I think is kind of interesting. And I don't know if maybe that's because of the East Asian culture that peacocks are more like an animal that they think of as being the phoenix, that kind of nobility energy for it. But I've seen the phoenix be just a very bright orange kind of bird. The firebird doesn't always have to be a peacock. So I'm not sure which culture this is exactly pulling from and which parts of it is pulling from that culture. But yes, definitely I think the phoenix fits the King of Wands energy. And also I love this card for a Tuesday because I feel like after a long weekend, after a very possibly passionate weekend for those who celebrated Valentine's Day, having still the ability to kind of take that energy and keep going with it to push you through the week, to push you through any creative ideas you may have, use that. And who knows, maybe it's also you just met somebody who is super passionate and exciting and a lot of energy. Just be aware that they do have a dark side and they can get obsessive about the things that they like to do, and you are kind of the second thought to this. Otherwise, they will carry you along and you will enjoy some really fun times. For sure, the King of Wands character is somebody who's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of passion and a lot of energy. Do that which you will. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this card and the little stories that go along with it. And stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and I will see you tomorrow.